Hi, I'm Mr. Evans, your test coordinator here at Odyssey Charter High School. Today, I'm going to go over some frequently asked questions about taking the ACT at Odyssey. So, my email address is here, is testing at odysseyk12.org. Please feel free to reach out with any questions. I'm going to talk about general questions, date and time questions, frequently asked questions, and how to get your scores. So, first, why do you have to take the ACT? In Nevada, we have a law that you can see here that says that all juniors have to take a college and career readiness assessment. Right now, this is currently the ACT. So, this is why the ACT is required for all high school students in Nevada in order to graduate. Taking the ACT is required by Nevada law to receive a high school diploma. So, do you have to have a required score for graduation? No, there is no required score. Students only need to participate to meet the graduation requirement. We want you to do your best because that's in your best interest, but there is no specific score that you need. You only need to participate. So, why is this a law? Why do we have to do it? Well, think of it as if you're measuring something. You want the same measuring stick, and our measuring stick is ACT. This allows us to compare students across schools, schools from other schools, and to compare Nevada to other states like California or Wyoming. ACT can also lead to you getting scholarships if you do well. It's not required for most colleges, but it can help you get scholarships. It also helps you understand where you are. You might learn that you need to improve in science, or your English is low, or maybe you're great at math. ACT helps you understand where you are in comparison to other students. Finally, and most importantly, it helps us improve our classes. If we see that all students are struggling in an area, then we can readjust our teaching to help students in that area. So these are the reasons why the ACT is required. So date and time questions. It's fairly straightforward at Odyssey. Students will test on their typical school day. So, for example, a Monday student will test on a Monday, Tuesday on Tuesday, Wednesday on Wednesday. Students who are flex students or AP students will test on Thursday. We do not have a PM session of the ACT. The ACT requires that we start at 7:30. Most students will test between 7:30 and 12:30 unless they have extra time because of accommodations. ACT is the first week of March, and it may not be in your usual classroom. We need the entire building in order to carry out ACT sessions. So this means freshmen, sophomores, and seniors will be working from home this week. If you are a flex student and Thursday doesn't work for you, please email us so that we can schedule you for another day. So, what's on the ACT? The ACT has five parts. First, there's English. It's 45 minutes and 75 questions. Second, there's math. It's 60 minutes and 60 questions. Then there's a short break of 15 minutes. And then you have reading, which is 35 minutes and 40 questions, science, which is 35 minutes and 40 questions. And finally, you write one essay in 40 minutes. And in between the science and writing sections, there is a 5 minute break. If you have requested accommodations, your time may be a little different. So, what does your day look like? You'll show up at Odyssey at 7:30, and the first thing you'll do is go to your room. This has been emailed to you. If you forget what room you're in, you can see someone outside who will have a clipboard and tell you. We'll verify your identity if your teacher doesn't know you. Okay, so if you have your school ID, or we can ask you questions about Infinite Campus. Then you will be assigned a seat in your room and sign into your computer. You'll secure your devices, your phone, AirPods, and watches, etc. And then you will go over the ACT demographic information. This takes about 15 to 20 minutes and it's basic information about you. Then there's the English and math test, a 15-minute break, reading and science, a 5-minute break, and then finally the writing, and you finish up at about 12:30. So about devices. So devices must be powered down, not silent, not vibrate. All devices. So if you look at the green picture here in the corner, you can see what powering down looks like on an Android device and an Apple device. Once the device is powered down, we'll have you write your name on a card and we'll put it in a clear bag. From there, you will add your watch or your earbuds, if applicable, and then we will secure the bags in the clear box at the front of the classroom. What about accommodations? Accommodations are given on an as-needed basis for students who have an IEP, 504, or English learners. Whatever your specific accommodations is what ACT tries to align with as closely as possible. All accommodations have already been scheduled. This process began in November. Accommodations usually give you extra time, and this makes the test longer, but you cannot leave early if you finish early. You must stay for the complete time. You can email me at testing@odysseyk12 if you have any questions. Calculators. Yes, you can use a calculator on the math section of the ACT. We provide TI 84s. These are great graphing calculators, and you can get more information like videos, how to use them, the instruction manuals, if you click the link on the screen. Um, ACT also provides an embedded calculator from Desmos that's integrated into the software. So you don't need to use the graphing calculator if you're not comfortable with it. You cannot use your phone. You can only use an approved calculator. If you have a calculator that's different, please check in to see that it's an approved calculator or refer to the list in the link available. How do you get your scores? So, first off, a little bit about scores. Scores go between 1 and 36. So, 1 is kind of like a 0, and 36 is a perfect score. Your average score to be college ready is an 18, right in the middle. And each test gets a score. So, the English test gets a score, the math test, and so forth. Then those are averaged out, and you get your overall score. The writing is scored from 1 to 12. You will get one free official score report mailed to you 4 to 8 weeks after testing. I encourage you to go ahead and set up a MyACT account. On testing day, you'll be giving your student code in a letter, and you can use that information to set up your MyACT account where you can electronically see your scores, and within the first 48 hours, after taking the test, you can transfer them for free up to 4 colleges. After that, ACT charges $19 per score per school. And one quick tip, please do not use your Odyssey email to set this account up. When you graduate, that email is retired and you won't have access to it. And about retakes. If you're unhappy with your score, you can retake the test as many times as you like. If you have questions about how to do that, I can refer you to ACT's website. You are allowed to take it one time at Odyssey, and it's a free test because our tax dollars pay for it. And just a quick note about super scores. If you take it multiple times, a lot of colleges will average your best English score with your best math score, etc. So you get a super score. That's your very best overall the test. And if you get 21 or higher, that's where you start getting into the scholarship range. So every point you get on the ACT benefits you. So on test day, you're going to get a letter that looks like the one you see here, and there's a very important code on it there called your student code. This is the code that you're going to use to create your MyACT account. You go to myact.org, create an account. Remember, don't use your Odyssey email, And you have basically 2 days after the day you take the test to send your score reports to 4 colleges for free. So even if you don't think you're going to go to college, take advantage of that free opportunity and send your scores to the most likely schools that you'll be attending. Thank you to Slides Carnival for the wonderful template. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.